Hello and welcome to the Global International Scholars Program Masterclass. I'm your consultant, Bob Mweti. And in today's lesson, I'm going to walk you through the entrance exams needed to study in USA. Okay. In today's lesson, I'm going to walk you through the entrance exams needed to study here in the US as an international student. Now, if you're coming for undergraduate, you will need to do two tests. Okay, one of them you will need to do test of English as a foreign language, which is called Toefl. Okay, or you can do International English Language Testing System, IELTS. Okay, now you don't have to do both. You can just choose any of the two. But I would advise you to take the TOEFL because that's the most popular test. Okay. 9 out of 10 schools prefer the TOEFL test. Okay. Now, as far as the TOEFL is concerned, depending on where you come from, depending on your country of origin, you may not actually need to do the test. Okay. If you come from an English speaking country, you don't have to do the test. Depending on the school, what they require. So check with your school and see whether you are supposed to do the test. Okay. Now, as far as the TOEFL test is concerned, the maximum score that you can get is 120. Okay. 120 is the maximum score. Now, if you're going for IELTS, the maximum score is 9. Okay. And those are the tests for English language. Okay. Now, the other test that you will need to do is Scholastic Aptitude Test, which is called SAT. For SAT, the maximum score is 1,600. Okay. They just changed it the other day in 2016, I believe. Okay. Before it was 2,400, but now it's 1,600. Okay. The SAT test maximum score. Okay. Or you can do American College Test, ACT. Okay. Maximum score is 36. Okay. If you take any of these, you should be able to find a school that will accept you with any of these tests. Okay. But the most popular one is the SAT. Okay. They are all similar. They test the same thing, English and mathematics. Okay. So you will need to take any of these. All right. And like I said, the most popular one is the SAT. Okay, that's what most schools take. Okay, but still, even if you take ACT, that's fine. So it's up to you which one you want to take. Okay, and then again, also make sure that you confirm with your school which tests that they accept. Okay, very, very important. Okay, don't do the test and then you apply to a school that don't accept that test, meaning you have to do another test again. Okay, it's very, very important. Confirm with your school first. Okay, once you choose the schools, okay, make sure you know which tests they require for you to take. Okay, now if you are coming to the US as a graduate student, you will also need to do the TOEFL, okay, or the IELTS. Okay, all right. Again, also on top of that, you may be required. Most schools they will require you to do graduate management admissions test (GMAT) or graduate record examination (GRE). Okay, all right. Most schools will require you to do that. There are some schools out there that don't require you to do GMAT or GRE. Okay. So it all depends with the school that you want to go to. Okay, but good schools they require you to do either of these tests. Okay, you don't have to do both. Okay, you need to choose one. Okay, but then again also check with your school. Okay, when you're looking at the school and the programs that you want to study, check and confirm which test that they require you to do for those programs. Okay, the programs that you choose. Okay, mostly if you're going to a business school, they require you to do the GMAT test. Okay, but anyways, check with the school and make sure that you do the right test because these tests they are expensive to do. Okay, so you don't want to do one test and then again you realize that you need to do another test just because you didn't check with your school. Okay, so it's very, very important that you know all this information before you sit for any of these tests. Okay, now for the GRE, the maximum score is 340. Okay, the IELTS maximum is 9, maximum score is 9. So either of these, if you are testing for English, it's either of these TOEFL or IELTS. Okay, and like I said, the TOEFL is the most popular one, so I would advise you to do that. 9 out of 10 schools will be accepting TOEFL. Okay, and then GRE also is much more popular than GMAT is much more popular than GRE. So I would advise you to do this, but then again, check with your school. Okay, at the end of the day, you need to check with your school. All right, I will see you in my next classes. Goodbye.